God wants to shift your focus. There are so many negative things that have been going on in the world lately. Things like inflation, killings, and war. And when you're constantly seeing negative things happening, it's so easy to start losing faith and to start doubting God. You start looking at the things that God said in His Word and looking at the things that God promised to do in your life, and you start questioning Him. You start asking God, how are you going to do this when all of this is going on in the world? How are you going to do this when all these people are suffering? How are you going to do this when we're in the middle of inflation and prices are as high as they've ever been? How is this going to happen? And you start losing faith in what God said, and you start taking your faith and building it up in the things that you see going on. But we have to remember that faith is not believing in the things that you see. What would be the point in believing in something that's already happening? Faith is believing in something that you can't see, that doesn't seem likely to happen, but you have faith that it will because God said that it would. And in this season, God is telling you that in order for you to keep your faith, you're going to have to shift your focus. I understand that all these negative things are happening in the world. I understand that all these negative things might be happening in your life. And God is not telling you to ignore it. God is not telling you to be delusional and pretend like it's not happening. But God is saying, shift your focus from that and focus on Him. Stop thinking day in and day out about these negative circumstances. Stop pressing and stressing about these negative circumstances. Start shifting your focus from that and shift your focus onto God. And when you do that, watch how He builds up your faith and watch how He proves to you that your faith will be fruitful. So I want you to make a decision today. Are you going to continue to allow the negative circumstances that you've been seeing in the world and in your life kill your faith and make you stop trusting God? Or are you going to shift your focus from those situations and focus on God so that He can rebuild up your faith and you can see the things that He promised to do come to pass in your life? Put in the comment section what you're going to do. And if you need more tips and resources to help you on your journey, make sure that you follow me and also check out my podcast. We're on episode 133. We discussed how God wants to shift your focus. And if you're interested in checking out my podcast, click the first link in my bio.